This is Rajesh from Ventura. This video is regarding the goal-based planning approach, a journey in reaching the goal target. Here I have taken example of a kid's graduation goal. We have started the goal in 2008 and we need the child's graduation expenses in 2020. So assuming a 12 lakh present expenses as on 2008, I need 30 lakhs 21,000 in 2020, that is this year, at an inflation rate of 8%. So I need an SIP of 9,300, assuming a rate of interest of 12% for all these 12 years to reach this 30 lakh 21,000. So I have defined a goal, calculated present value, future value, and arrived at the SIP amount. Now let us take an example that this SIP amount is started in DSP small cap. I am not trying to promote the product, but just taking an example, that too specifically in a small cap category, because in today's present market, small cap categories are the most affected. So let's see how the goal-based planning approach with the small cap category is there. So assuming I have invested on 7th May to 8th April on each and every year. So in 2008 to 9, I have invested 1 lakh 20 in this DSP small cap, wherein my return was only 99,000 by the end of the year. My fund value was only 99,000, because in that particular 2008 year, small cap category was the most affected one. Because in 2008 January market was peak. I started my investments when the market is peak, and slowly the market came down. So because of this non-performance, my fund gave negative return of 35%. Next year small cap category recovered. So whatever the SIP I added in the second year, so entire 2 years amount became 2 lakh 40, and my fund value was 4 lakh 30, where I got a profit of 1 lakh 90,000, where the CAGR is average of 75.22%. And immediately next year there was again small cap category downfall. So my percentage of CAGR reduced, but I continued my investment. Like this, from first year to 8th year, that is till 2016, I continued my SIP of 10,000, wherein in this first 8 years, 4 times the small cap category underperformed. But in these 8 years, even in these underperformed years, when I continued my SIP, just 3-4 months post 8 years, I reached my required goal target, that is 30 lakh 21,000, because by 2016 end my amount was 27 lakh 89,000. So somewhere around February March, I have reached the requirement which I want. So here I can exit the fund. But let's say somebody has continued in the fund again from 2017 to 20, last 3 years, 18, 19, 20, this year also is underperformance. So over this journey, my 40 lakh became 47, then 41, then 30, 99. But still, as on today, even such low market levels, I reached my target of 30 lakh 21,000 in this 12 years, because I assumed a percentage of 12, and in all these years negative performance is there as well as positive performance is there. On an average, I reached my target. This is an example of continuing my SIP from 2008 to 2020. Now let us take an example of returns till date. So till date returns means I am assuming that I started my investment in 2018 to till date, 2016 to till date, 2014 to till date. So since 2 years, since 4 years, since 6 years, in all these 3 scenarios, I got a negative return in this fund. But who has started since 8 years, that means whose investment of this 10,000 SIP started in 2012, even as on date, even in such market conditions, he is having a positive return. So person who has started since 8 years, person who has started since 10 years and 12 years, they are at positive return, and my today's fund value is whatever available is as per my goal target, because here I achieved my goal target. In both these cases, one I started an investment in 2008, one I have taken an example of 2020 end date. In both the cases we have reached the fund value. So what are the points to be considered in this example? First thing, define a goal and then start investing. Without a goal, don't ever invest, because it provides direction for us. The goal seems to be more achievable because we know the present value, future value, monthly amount, and because of that planning, we follow a mental accounting, where we will spend less and save more. And coming to the entry exit points, which is very important in this particular example. My entry point is 2008. Entry point is the goal starting year. My entry point is a goal starting year because in this example I started my goal from 2008 and continued till 2020. Now, exit point. What is the exit point? Exit point is when I have reached my goal target. That is in the year 2017 beginning. So here I reached my 30 lakh 21. So I need to exit here. If I don't exit here, then my returns may come down. So exit is clearly not the market dip or market growth. Exit is a point where I reach my goal target. And coming to the fund category market performances, if you see in these 12 years, 7 times small cap category didn't perform. That means every year is not a performance year, whether it is large cap, small cap or mid cap. And continuing SIP in non-performing years will give me more return. A fluctuating market only will give me more return for SIPs. So if we follow the above rules and stick to our SIP, stick to our goal-based plan and ignore the negative media news, we will definitely achieve our goal even when we enter at a peak market levels. Because if you see here, I have entered in this particular goal, I have entered in 2008 where the market is at peak. And even if I exit in 2020 but the market is low, I reached my goal target. But this is not the exit point. The exit point should be the when I reach the goal target. In fact, we can exit at right time if I have a clear-cut plan of my goal, when to start, when to end, what is the expected return, what is the present value, future value. If we follow strictly the goal-based plan, then definitely we will be reaching our goal targets. Thank you.